1972 Canadian 1 cent, coin collectors and enthusiasts. In today's video, we're going to be exploring a fascinating piece of Canadian numismatic history, the 1972 Canada 1 cent coin. Now, you may think of a penny as just loose change, but in the world of coin collecting, even the most common coins can carry surprising value. So, stick around as we explore the value, rarity, and historical significance of the 1972 Canadian penny, and why this seemingly ordinary coin can sometimes fetch extraordinary prices in auctions. Historical background. First, let's take a look at the historical background of the 1972 Canadian 1 cent coin. The early 1970s were an interesting time in Canada. The country was going through significant political and economic changes. In 1972, Canada's Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau was in office, and the country was experiencing growth, but also grappling with inflation and the global oil crisis. The economy was shifting, and coins like the 1972 1 cent were circulating daily, representing the strength and stability of the Canadian economy, at least until the inflation of the 1970s began to take its toll. The design of the 1972 Canadian 1 cent coin is an iconic one that will look familiar to many collectors. On the obverse, we see the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, as designed by Arnold Machin. This particular design was used on Canadian coins from 1965 to 1989, so it's quite common on Canadian circulation coins of the era. Around the Queen's image, you'll see the inscriptions Elizabeth II, D.G. Regina, and the year 1972. Flipping the coin over, you'll find the maple leaf design that has become synonymous with Canada. The reverse shows a single maple leaf, surrounded by the inscriptions Canada and 1 cent. The maple leaf has been an enduring symbol of Canada, representing strength, unity, and nature. This design was used on Canadian 1 cent coins from 1937 all the way through 2012, so it's a deeply familiar and beloved symbol to Canadians. Mintage figures. Now, let's dive into the mintage figures for the 1972 Canadian 1 cent coin, which is a key factor in determining its rarity and value. A total of 1.3 billion 1 cent coins were minted in Canada in 1972, a huge number, making the coin far from rare by mintage standards. However, that doesn't mean every 1972 penny is worth just 1 cent. Condition and specific features can make all the difference when it comes to coin values, value and rarity. For a typical circulated 1972 penny, you're looking at a coin that's worth its face value, just 1 cent. However, the value can increase depending on the condition of the coin. For example, if you have a well-preserved uncirculated 1972 penny, it could be worth anywhere from $1 to $3. This value is driven by the fact that uncirculated coins are less common and are more attractive to collectors due to their sharp details and minimal wear. Auction results. The real excitement starts when we look at coins that have been graded MS65 or higher. Mint State 65, MS65, is a high grade that denotes minimal imperfections and wear, and in these cases, a 1972 Canadian 1 cent could sell for $500 to $1,500. If you're lucky enough to find one in MS66 or MS67, with superior strike quality and crisp details, the coin could easily fetch $250 to $5,000 or even higher at auction. Error coins. One of the more exciting elements to look out for with the 1972 penny is whether it has varieties or errors. A die variety or die crack can make a coin more valuable to collectors. For instance, some 1972 pennies have die cracks that form along the edge or through the design due to issues with the minting dies. These errors can increase the value of the coin, as they make it more unique and harder to find in circulation. A 1972 penny with a prominent die crack might fetch anywhere from $10 to $50, depending on the size and visibility of the error. Tips for collectors. Additionally, collectors also pay attention to double die varieties, where the design elements, especially the date or lettering, appear doubled due to a mistake in the die. While double die varieties are rare, finding one can result in a significant jump in value. A double die 1972 penny can be worth anywhere from $50 to $200, depending on the severity of the doubling and the coin's condition. Worth millions? Now, you may be wondering, is it possible for the 1972 Canadian 1-cent coin to be worth millions? While it's extremely unlikely that this particular coin would fetch millions of dollars like some of the ultra-rare coins out there, it's important to note that the value of coins fluctuates with demand. The 1972 penny is not likely to be worth millions, but it could be worth thousands if it has rare minting errors, a particularly high grade, or a double die variety. Coins like this don't always fetch top dollar, but they can surprise you, especially in the right market conditions. Let's look at some recent auction trends. In recent years, high-quality MS-66 or MS-67 examples of the 1972 1-cent coin have been known to sell for around $250 to $7,500, and those with die cracks or minor errors can often bring in $500 to $15,000 at auction. The proof version of the 1972 penny, which was minted in limited numbers for collectors, can also have some value. A 1972 proof penny might fetch between $500 to $5,000, but in higher grades, you might see prices approach $5,000 or more. To summarize, the 1972 Canadian 1-cent coin is a prime example of how condition and rarity play crucial roles in determining a coin's value. While it's not a rare coin in terms of mintage, finding one in uncirculated condition, with error varieties, or graded MS-65 or higher, can significantly increase its value, making it a great addition to any collection. Conclusion: so, if you have a 1972 penny lying around, it might be time to take a closer look. It could just be hiding some value that you didn't expect. Whether you're an experienced collector or just starting out, the 1972 Canadian penny is a great example of how even the most common coins can be a valuable find. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 1972 Canadian 1-cent coin, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe for more content like this, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Have you ever found a 1972 penny that's worth more than its face value? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, keep searching for hidden treasures, stay curious, and happy collecting.